Hey, what's going on? It's Stokely from Source on Delay. Anyhow, Spotify said they're not going to allow recording using this app. I think it was supposed to start, I believe, in February. It's supposed to end recording capabilities at the end of February, but seems like I'm still recording. I'm not sure. I got to double check that date. I was watching a documentary about the crisis in Haiti, and I'm watching a few interviews on it. Haiti, 3/4 of the population is below 23 years old, below 22 years old. So it's a country full of young people. 3/4 of the population is below 23 years old. Isn't that amazing? That's also tragic. That means that you're either on the top side or you're on the bottom side. That means that you're either like 40 something or you're a baby, just like you occur between the middle of that. So that means that your life expectancy is around 40 something years old. That's me deducing that. That's not me, Yeah. So your life expectancy is probably about in the 40s. Now, Haiti wasn't doing too bad. Like before the president got assassinated, they weren't doing too bad. And after the president got assassinated, things were still working a little bit, because one of the biggest issues people had was the gas prices, and the cab drivers was complaining about the gas prices and stuff. And I'm kind of following the story of what's going on there loosely. But, progressively, after the president got assassinated, then things started, taking a turn for the worse. And there was disorder because there was no prime minister for a while. I think the military had taken over for a little bit. And then another... Excuse the noises. And then another guy, installed himself, and then, he's doing the job now, and now they're trying to overthrow and depose him now. So, anyhow, young people aren't the only ones that are impressionable. I'm observing that adults are impressionable also. Adults want to, thanks to how we've marketed things, we market primarily to the youth, because they're, for whatever reason, I don't want to go into that, but marketers and people that own businesses, whatever, they large corporations, they know how to market, and they market especially to the youth. They're uninhibited in some cases, and some of them have a little bit of money. So lack of inhibitions plus having the money, is easy to take their money and put it in your pocket now. If you lack discipline and you got some money, we're going to take your money easily. So anyhow, I was watching a documentary. I was watching an interview. Is there anybody directing traffic, or are we just going to do anything here? I was watching an interview with a guy who is allegedly a former CIA agent. Now, I'm not really talking about the conspiracy stuff. He didn't talk about any conspiracy stuff. There's nobody directing traffic. So, anyhow, man, I gotta back out and turn around. Oh man. So what am I saying? What I'm trying to get to is, evil spirits are traveling through people, and you gotta stop them before they get into you. Now, I can't even blame rap music. I can't blame none of those things. Now, I could kind of blame rap music for right now, but the CIA guy that was on Diary of a CEO podcast, he said the way how he gets people to do what he wants them to do, he has an acronym. He has an acronym called RICE. And RICE stands for reward, reward, ideology, coercion, and ego. So he plays upon those things in order to get people to do what he wants them to do. Now, he advised that coercion is the worst one, because coercion, when you use coercion, you're forcing somebody, and after you coerce somebody, you lose their trust. They won't trust you again. So, oh, there's somebody is here. So, when it comes to talking about Haiti now, you see the young guys, they have a rap music, dance hall music ideology to them. Now, you can't they're young, so what can you do? You know what I mean? Like, they grew up in this folly. They grew up in this foolishness. So what else do they know? This is their religion. This is their ideology now. Rap music is their religion. Dancehall music is their ideology. Now, you see them putting up gang fingers. Gang sign fingers are not something that... Gang sign fingers are something that are only 30 years old. Something invented by the Los Angeles gangs, and something that the rappers exported and marketed to the rest of society, especially the more vulnerable, which means the more, I'm going to use a derogatory word, the more stupid. Forgive me, God. And being stupid, I'm just mad, like, you know, how, and I'm stupid too, because I get tricked easily, and I still have evil spirits moving through me that tell me the wrong thing, that process information the wrong way, that prevent me from being sustainable, prevent me from surviving, that prevent me from handling situations in the most ideal manner. You know, that prevent me from eating the right food, or whatever the case may be. Not saying that they're external, not saying that it relinquishes me of responsibility. It does not. It doesn't relinquish me of a responsibility. It's my fault. It's my fault if I let them in. It's my fault if I give them residence. It's my fault if I give them sustenance. It's my fault if I feed them energy. It's my fault if I put myself in environments where they grow, these evil spirits. Now, in the case of people in a war zone in Haiti, they don't really got a choice. They're born in it. Now I feel congested. Somebody, anyhow. So they're born in it. They can't escape it. How can they escape it? They're surrounded by it. They're surrounded by it, right? You can't go east, you can't go west, you can't go north, you can't go south. Everywhere you go, there's poverty and war, right? So they're stuck in that ideology. They're stuck in the gang ideology. I'm not saying that the Haitian gangs are, I don't know. Listen, one of the videos that I saw, this Haitian gang that call themselves something like the Zombies, and some of them are posting videos on social media, flashing money, throwing up gang signs, and flexing guns. That is indicative of what? Rappers. They take the money, they show you the money stack, they put the money in front of their face, they put the money phone to their ears. The Haitian gang members were doing the same thing because they saw it in the videos. So they're going around claiming the gang. Not all of them are portraying this. It seems like the older guys are a little different. Oh, they're called 103 Zombies. The name of their gang is called 103 Zombies, right? So, I'm gonna loosely say they kind of took that from 300. 300 Entertainment, or the Chicago guys. Anyhow, that wouldn't have stopped the violence. That wouldn't have stopped the violence if they were following some other ideology where it was a rap involved. That wouldn't necessarily change anything, because this gang behavior or whatever, or these gangs have been operating for, I don't know, since about the 80s, maybe the 70s, since about the 80s, yeah. So what were they following then? Anyhow, let's skip all the way back to America now. I was watching a rapper, young guy, or any one of them. And when you think about what they say and what they do when they're talking about drugs. Oh, the guys in Haiti, they like to drink rum. That's what they have access to. It's more affordable. It's easy to get. And it gets you intoxicated. Being intoxicated, it's a form of escapism, but it's also like a status symbol that, I'm getting drunk, I'm getting high, whatever the case may be. So, the ideology. That's the ideology that I was talking about. The people who control them, the people who finance them, the people who give them their orders, the people who give them their guns, fill them with an ideology that, yo, man, you're the 103 zombies, man. So one of the guys was saying, we run this country. So, and they say they're not afraid of death. They're not afraid of death. I don't think that's true. Because if you ever see when the police catch them, or the troops catch them, or whatever, and the police start beating them, or the soldiers start beating them, or whatever, then you see they beg for their life. Now me, I'm not tough at all. I'll tell you right now. I'm scared of a lot of stuff. I'm scared of my own shadow sometimes. I scare myself. So, I'm not brave. So I'm not going to tell you I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid. I don't want to die. I'm not taking nothing away from them. At the time that you're talking to them right now, they're not afraid of death. They feel safe. They're around their friends. We all got guns. Why would I say that I'm afraid in front of them and look emasculated? In front of the camera, which I'm flexing in front of right now. I'm flexing for the camera right now. And why would I tell you that I'm afraid anyway? We got to put on a face, man. But anyhow, the ideology, they're just doing a mixture of a rap ideology. Next thing is that the resources aren't there. They don't have jobs to get. They can't start a company because, then they got to pay extortion, or somebody will rob their store, or whatever the case may be. So they're surviving the best way that they believe. That's their ideology, right? Now, flexing the money goes overboard, though, because if you're suffering and it's a struggle, why are you flexing money? Why are you jumping in the pool? Why are you drinking liquor all day? That's just a part of the flex. Anyhow, what am I saying now? Let's fly back to America now. You see these situations where people are doing like these flash mob store robberies, or robbing people for their phone, or robbing people for their headphones or their jewelry or whatever. In America, it's not the same. You don't have to join a gang or be killed. You can always get welfare or SNAP or something else. There's always an institution available where you can get some food or some shelter. We have a shelter system. We have a shelter system. We got a welfare system in a lot of places. We got drug rehabilitation. mean, we got so many things available. Matter of fact, you could, if you want to, which is something that people used to allegedly do back in the days, you could commit a crime, well, hopefully not hurt anybody, get locked up so that you can have some place to sleep and some food to eat. I'm not saying I wouldn't advise that. That's a last resort, but and I would not advise that, but it's a thing. You know, it's a thing that people used to do. It's not the same. It's not the same as the conditions in Haiti at all. But at the same time, you still have youth and adults who commit crimes, who not necessarily out of necessity, but just for luxury, just for their entertainment, just for saying, yo, let's go do this. Like I said, I got evil spirits moving through me too, and I gotta not feed them. Some of them want sugar. Some of them want anger. Some of them want hate. Some of them want me to buy stuff and waste my money. Some of them want me to not pay my bills. Some of them want me to just lay down and not go to work. Some of them want me to go to work late. Some of them want me to lash out at the boss. Some of them want me to talk a bunch of negativity. Some of them want me to forget to plug in my charger so that my phone doesn't cut off. Some of them want me to, I don't know. They want different things. Different ones want different things. They're like germs. They're like viruses. You know, some of them want me to engage people who are unreasonable and just talking a bunch of negativity and to multiply that energy. Some of them want me to trigger other people. Some of them want me to go to jail. Some of them want me to die. They prefer if I they don't prefer that I die, actually. They rather destroy me while I'm living, because if I die, then they don't have a host to move inside of. They don't want to destroy the host necessarily. They want the host to go and do as much destruction and damage as possible. Look at all, yeah. But anyhow, I don't have my thoughts in order. But what I'm saying is that don't let the evil spirits use you to do anything that's wrong. It's really, and the next thing is that sometimes you encounter people and they'll do something to you and you'll respond and they'll be shocked. And this is something we see in memes on the internet all the time. People get mad at your response. It's like, quote unquote, people get mad at your response, but they don't take accountability for what they did to you. Now, one of the reasons why, or the energy that I'm on right now, how I'm responding to that is, the reason why is because it was an evil spirit working through them. So when they see how you react, they forgot that what they did to you because they weren't in control of themselves. Also, it comes easy to them sometimes to trigger you, or easy to them to do something to you because they're not in control of their own selves. They have no discipline. And they're letting the evil spirits control them. So after they're done doing what they're doing, they're totally calm. They're totally calm because they're just a conduit. They're just a puppet that the evil spirit was using to try to overthrow you. Yeah, I like to listen to religious people because they come around with some science sometimes, you know what I mean? And I can subscribe to it and I can understand it and I can relate to it and I can say, wow, this makes sense. Feel me? Anyhow, man, listen. God is good. God is merciful. Oh, man, I feel wealthy. And wealthy is not even about money. Wealthy is not about money. Wealthy is not about money. No. Listen, one of the richest men in the world, what's his name, Rothschild, just died the other day. I'm sure he'd pay any money to be back on the earth right now. and he has almost any money, but it ain't gonna bring him back. He's gone. You know? He's gone. He wasn't in great health when he was here either, so what did all the money do for him? Money give you the ability to move around and help people, though. I gotta admit that. Outside of that, all the indulgence, all the flexing. Because look, the Asian gang members, they not somebody through their extortion and through their kidnapping and all of that. But what did they do with it? They took it to go flex it, drink liquor with it. That's past the necessity. That's past necessity. Anyhow, I'm late for work right now, so I gotta go.